Hey guys, Giants beat reporter Zach Rosenblatt here from NJ Advanced Media, and this is your latest update powered by the Talk is Cheap podcast. Dave Gettleman has been a general manager for 8 NFL drafts between the Giants and Carolina Panthers, and he's made 55 picks in total, and yet he's never made a single trade back during the draft to acquire more picks. NFL Network's Daniel Jeremiah made a funny joke about Gettleman's trade history on Wednesday, saying, "I think we'll see a right turn in a NASCAR race before we see Dave Gettleman trade back." Gettleman laughed about that joke in a Thursday press conference, but also insisted that it's not as if he hasn't tried making any trades. In fact, he insisted that he has. He said he's had agreements in the past with some teams that only fell apart at the last second after the player the other team wanted wasn't there anymore. Will that change this year? The Giants pick 11th overall in the first round, which could be a prime spot for a trade back if a quarterback like Alabama's Mac Jones or Ohio State's Justin Fields falls all the way to number 11, and then a quarterback-needy team like, say, the New England Patriots or Chicago Bears is willing to give something up to get to that spot. But more likely, the Giants stay there and draft a player, as there's no reason to assume Dave Gettleman is going to do something that he never has before. So who are the Giants' likeliest targets at number 11? Based on comments from Dave Gettleman and others this week, the best guess is that they wind up drafting an edge rusher or linebacker, though wide receiver can't be ruled out either. The top candidates would seem to be Alabama wide receivers Devontae Smith or Jalen Waddle, Penn State linebacker Micah Parsons, Miami edge rusher Jalen Phillips, Georgia edge rusher Azeez Ojulari, or if he falls that far, Northwestern offensive lineman Rashawn Slater. They can go many directions with their pick, which makes them one of the more interesting teams in the early part of the first round, especially if they stick at number 11 as expected. For all the latest Giants news, turn to the sports section of NJ.com and download the Talk is Cheap podcast wherever podcasts are available.
Acast powers the world's best podcasts. Here's a new season we recommend.
I'm Vanessa Zoltan. I am a Jewish, atheist, non-denominational chaplain.
And I'm Matt Potts, and I am a professor at Harvard Divinity School.
And we co-host the podcast Harry Potter and the Sacred Text, which is a week-by-week read-through of the Harry Potter books, where we treat those books as if they were sacred texts. And I know what you're thinking. That sounds weird. And I'm here to confirm your suspicions. It is weird, but it does somehow work. By considering these texts deeply on a week-to-week basis, we are able to consider things like how to love ourselves better and how to love each other better.
And this is a great time to join the podcast because we've just finished the series and we're starting over with Book 1, Chapter 1. Listen to the show on the Acast app or wherever you get your podcasts. New episodes drop on Thursdays.
Acast recommends.